Hey, what's up guys? Team Hard Life, Captain Alberto Zertuche here, and I've got a bit of a complaint, and this is a major one. We sell fishing tackle. Obviously, we got a credit card system where we can accept credit cards, we can accept cash payment, we got Cash App, we used to deal with PayPal until they got hacked, and then they kept getting hacked, and so I had to stop dealing with them because they just couldn't even protect their own system. So,
gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta learn. I'ma call up the whole team.
With everything that we got going on, we got hit with a major one today. And what that was is somebody came into my shop, him and his wife. They wanted to purchase several rods and a reel. And they're like, all right, cool. And he goes, well, I only got a certain amount on this card, a certain amount on this card, and a certain amount on this one, so we can break up the payments and, split it up. Sure thing. No worries. We've done that plenty of times before with all of them. With all the other customers that we have, So he makes a purchase on one card with this rod, another card for this one, and another card for this one. And so everything goes through, and even actually before it all goes through, as we swiped it, it wouldn't accept it. It said we had to manually input it to accept the payment. So we go through that process after verifying that it's the same name on the ID as the credit card. And so, okay, cool, it's their card. They even knew the zip code for the card, to be used and so forth. So we processed the payment, and this was about 3 weeks ago, almost 4 weeks ago now. But today in my account, I see a withdrawal pulled out of my account. So I called up my bank account, or my bank, to find out what is going on. So they send it over to the credit processing. Processing sends it over to some other place saying that, the reason why it got pulled out of the account was because it was somebody submitted a claim saying that the credit card that was used for that purchase was not authorized. So because they did that, they pulled that money back from the account, which means somebody's out there with a $700 fishing rod that's not paid for, because now the credit card has, they have put a hold on this account. So what I had to do is backtrack to that day, pull up all the receipts, because now that I know which one it was, because I made the sale myself, I'm gonna, hey, look, these are all the other transactions that these people have done on that same day. And it's over $2,100 in sales for those 3 deals. It's 2 rods and a reel with line and, ready to rock and roll. So with that being said, I'm putting this out there for everybody else. They're telling us that we should have had one of those card swipers to get the actual card information off of it, but it's a carbon copy. Most of the cards nowadays are all flat. You're not going to get anything off it. You're not going to read any kind of imprint. And they go, oh, well, it's because they'll have to sign for it. That's what they did with the screen. They signed for it. It's not making any sense whichever way you look at it. So just giving y'all a heads up. If y'all are accepting credit cards and stuff like that, make sure it swipes through and or it uses that chip, because they say that's the only way we can protect ourselves from purchases like that. Which also sucks too, because we get over the phone sales all the time. Guys on the East Coast, further guys up on the Gulf Coast, guys on the West Coast. I mean, we get all these sales because it's the generation of online sales kind of deal. But right now, it's really put a hurt on me, because now I'm negative $750, about $730 is what it I think came out to with the state taxes, because they did buy it here within Texas. So it's been a long, rough day of trying to learn and relearn and figure this out and try to prevent it from happening again. But yes, there is somebody out there right now that has pulled a real shiesty move. And either they did steal somebody else's financial information and also their name and stuff like that for the card. I mean, because at the same time too, there's no way for us as store owners to know that that's the correct name on the card, because even when it comes up, it doesn't say what name's supposed to be on there. It just scans it, says, oh, it's okay, it's got verified funds, it's good to go. So for us being in the business, I mean, it really doesn't protect our needs and our wants, as well as it should, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're taking in these cards on the promise that we're going to get paid, but that promise has been broken. You know, it's telling me now that everybody that comes in, if it doesn't swipe through this, that I shouldn't even accept the card at all. And we go through a lot of that. We got a lot of guys that come in from out of town and out of state, and sometimes their cards don't work. They call the bank, the funds are there, it's good to go. You know, it's supposed to be a lot easier, but it's making it a lot scarier for us as well too, because like I said, we are a small shop. I don't have a huge old bank account that I can say, oh, it's all right, I could suck this up. No, I can't. This is something that really put a hurting on us. So now, you know, building the next rod to get ahead, now I gotta wait because I don't have the money that should have came from this sale to pay for that sale. So sorry guys, griping or venting, however you want to call it, but it just, you know, for me, it put a real hurt on us. And like I said, we are in it to share our knowledge and help everybody else out, but to have individuals like this that come and just take advantage of the whole situation, it's not real good. It's not real, I don't know, I don't even know which way to turn, to what to say, or what's the proper thing to say, other than, you know, karma tends to come after people like that. And, you know, I pray that they'll see the light in their ways, you know, I mean, that somebody will guide them down the right path of fixing their wrongdoings, because, you know, when you do something like that to a small shop like this, you're not just hurting me, you're hurting everybody within the shop, because it branches out. It's not just a single little hole that goes through a piece of paper. You know, that really does hurt everybody. So again, guys, you know, if y'all are accepting credit cards, pay attention to what's going on, because like I said, you're not going to be covered if you manually input it, which a lot of us do. I mean, say you have Square, you have PayPal, where you have to input the data, you can't really swipe it. So just food for thought, guys. I mean, this is something that could really hit y'all as well as it has done me. So just kind of my gripe for today. Sorry, it's still knowledge, still learned something today, you know, that I didn't know yesterday, but definitely going to put it out there. And again, I'm going to post up some pictures of what the rods look like, and yes, they're very custom rods, so there's no way they're going to sit there and say, oh, I had somebody else build it for me, when they're the only ones like it here right now. So all right guys, y'all have a good one. This one is a two-piece black, white, and red, and it is a marble job. This is the one that they submitted their credit card for, but I believe they're going to try and hit us for everything. So here is the rod. It's a fish wrap with a heart in the middle of it, and like I said, once it's epoxied over, it's brilliant.